It's Enlightenment Garden, mid-September. Done a couple videos on mangoes, putting them into containers as well as in the ground. And I've had people ask for an update, so I'm going to give you one. You can see the mango army has grown. I think I'm becoming a mango-holic. So here I've got my latest one. This one just arrived last week, Pina Colada. You can see it's just starting to push some top growth. This lemon zest also just arrived last week. It's my newest. Here's the Philippine. It's already put on some leaves and you can see the top growth. Sweet Tart mango, same thing. It's pushed some leaves out and continues to do so. New potting mix. It does create quite a heavy container with all the rock and sand in there, but it also drains really well. So these mangoes have been liking it. And since I potted them up, I have added some biochar, compost, and some mycorrhiza to help them out. This one here is a cotton candy. Here we got an orange sherbet, and you can see on this one it was exposed, this leaf, to the sun here initially. The newer leaves have hardened off. Strong little seedlings. This one here is a Floragon. Here's the cac. And then I have a couple larger ones that I had purchased. So this one actually is a Sinclair, which is a seedling of okrung. And this one has really put a lot of new growth out. You can see the new branches up top. This is a Keow Savoy. Again, putting out new growth. You can actually see here, this is where I topped it. And then that forced this branch to come up. So these mangoes are all going to stay in containers. This is going to make it really easy during the winter if I need to bring them into the garage on a cold night. For the last few weeks, these have really done very well. Put on a lot of growth and looking super healthy. And adjusting to our sun really great, considering they were propagated and grown in Florida. They've adjusted really well to our dry air. And it hasn't hurt either that we had some monsoonal moisture. That definitely helped transition these plants. Alright, so now we'll take a look at the in-ground mangoes. These really are casting a lot of shade during the day. They don't get a whole lot of light, so they're not growing as fast as the potted mangoes. The container mangoes are actually getting morning sun every day, and then they're in shade pretty much from noon on. Similar to the container plants, I have since planting these out put some biochar down and some compost as well as mycorrhiza to help with the root establishment. Given that these aren't getting much sun for energy, I have supplemented them with a foliar spray of 1:1:1 ratio of molasses, kelp, and fish fertilizer. The molasses basically provides the plant sugar, compensates for the lack of sunlight to help the growth. You can see with this Nam Doc Mai seedling, it is starting to push a bud from up top there. The lemon meringue is doing really well. You can see that it shot a new branch here. Beautiful new leaves coming out. Cac hasn't pushed any leaves to this point, but you can see it certainly looks healthy. So the coconut cream, since putting it in the ground, has shot new leaves, and you can see it's pushing another bud there. This is the second Nam Doc Mai. You can see that this leaf got a little bit torched here, one of the original leaves, but has since pushed some new growth and new leaves up top here. Same with the orange sherbet. Got some new leaves, pushing top growth. And this Manila has also pushed some growth. Covered this whole mango patch with ficus leaves. Those are gonna add nutrition to the soil around these plants and add insulation. I'm happy with the progress so far. We'll see how these do in winter. Again, who knows if it's going to be cold or not. The fact that these are low to the ground is an advantage for them. They're going to stay warmer just because they're not higher up in the air where it gets cooler, closer to the ground where it stays warm. My plan is not to protect these and just rely on this canopy from the nearby plants to provide that frost protection for them. Continue to update you on both the container and ingrown mangoes. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.